Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CSC reschedule of day 11. This is Recruit. We've got the number one UPS Spaghets against the number 13 NA Nade stack with big season implications. We've got a mega couch of Recruit, myself, AA Tracks, Rye, Enders, Slayer, Low Seal, Scary, and Poop Banana. We got Firehawk doing the production and OBS with Valid in training, all sorts of great stuff here. We're going to be getting into the map bans soon, but Low Seal, why don't you tell us about the implications of this match here tonight?
Oh, so this match is going to be very interesting. Less so for UPS as they've locked up our number one spot. They know they're going through with the bye. They're not worried about who they're playing. But NAN sits at 4-6 right now, currently just behind ABW at their 4-6-1 with that tie holding over. So NAN's win pushes them up to a worst of 12. A loss could still bring them into playoffs. It really boils down to who exactly or how many rounds Nan loses by. If they make it close, then they're in, and if they get blown out tonight, then they are out of the playoff hunt.
That's crazy.
Yep.
This is a
Uh,
nice couch, by the way.
yeah, it's really comfy. I do
I'm
want to
surprised
talk
you get
really
this off.
quickly because we do have the first ban in, which is Spaghets on banning Ancient, which isn't super surprising. They played it once, they lost 13-7 to ACA. What is surprising though is that they don't want to take. What is kind of surprising is they let it fly this way because Nan hasn't had a great record on Ancient either, going 1 for 3 on wins. They only won against Servals, but they also lost to FRG and ATL, both of which teams are not to the level that UPS is. So I'm shocked they didn't float that just a little bit longer, but I don't think they really wanted to take the chance.
They I'm going to take a conspiracy theory route that
Mm.
UPS, who historically, between this season and last season, both headed up by the same IGL, does like Ancient. And so my conspiracy theory is that they lost match day one, which was relatively a fluke, let's say, right?
Mhm.
Considering how dominant they've been since. They're banning it to make people question if they ever want to play it again. Long
Yeah,
term thinking, right? Playoff strategy after week one.
could be, but also at the same time, I mean, you've got weapons like Recon Cross and Wakeful this season, both of which are popping off. I mean, Ancient's a really frag heavy map, so I wouldn't be shocked to see. Like, I'm shocked that they only played it once so far this season.
Maybe this is UPS keeping some stuff in the bank for playoffs. Maybe they don't want to show off and give any more film on what they're going to do on Ancient.
Hmm.
Maybe, this is the Week 18 NFL thing of let's sit the starters, and this team doesn't mean all that much to UPS. Like, maybe they're just forward thinking, looking at playoffs.
I think I can say this with certainty. I think it's going to go to Vertigo here. We've got Nan having last pick. They haven't played Mirage once. In fact, I think it's been one of their most heavily banned. Yeah, it's been banned 6 times by them in the first round. This will probably go to Vertigo. Will say it's shocking to see Anubis get banned. Another map that Spaghettis are really good on, 3-0 in fact. Dust 2 getting banned wasn't a shock. It's one of Nan's perma bans. Inferno
I
that
mean,
is another one of Nan's perma bans. To see it go isn't shocking. Nuke is a little weird, you know, but also Baguettes have not played it at all.
UPS has the pick of the litter right now. They
Yeah.
are undefeated on every map except for their one time on Ancient. They've played Inferno once and won, but I mean, 3 wins on Anubis, 3 wins on Dust, 2 wins on Vertigo means you really can't look at their how they've played the season and say, yes, we want to take them to this map because I think Ancient's a lie, right? That's just with
Yeah.
how good their fraggers are. That's got to be a solid map for them. Taking them to a place like Mirage might have been interesting if you've got because it's sort of a balance of a util heavy map and a frag heavy map. Because if you can throw good util, you can limit your frag options as you enter a site. But if you don't have that good util, you will get dominated by a team who can out aim you.
Yep.
So Pupanana, you're on the academics, and you were the team that hung UPS's sole loss on them this season, taking them on Ancient. What should Nan be looking for as we head into Vertigo tonight?
Poop, banana, 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 poop, banana.
That's
Wise words.
insightful.
That's so
Yeah.
insightful. And for
I saw a lot
those
of the
who are-
same things from UPS when we faced them on Inferno. Mirrors a lot of what we saw.
Yeah. And for the people in the audience who don't happen to speak poop banana, I will explain it very deeply and very interestingly. Basically, Nan has to hope to God that their fraggers show up, and I mean they've got Fresh, they've got Clevey, who is historically known to pop off. Jazzy Jess is waiting for a breakout. Sable is also waiting for one. Counter Strike has shown up pretty well this season for his inaugural rookie season. And I'm excited to see it. I think Nan has been the world beaters this season. Like they beat Hawks. And it looks like tonight that they're looking to do it again. I mean, the
Something
only
else.
top team that they didn't beat was DB, so
Something else to think about with this is Clevey and Jess are from that miracle Nan team 2 seasons ago.
yep,
Yep.
last week
Who
the winning chip.
got in on play-ins, won, had to win back-to-back games, right? That season you had to win back-to-back games to
Yep.
make it in, and then went on a miracle run that in the first round of actual playoff beat, was it? I
It was
honestly don't
us.
remember.
It was ABW, the 10-1 team.
Right. Yeah, you guys were dominant that season. Shane, right, was just
Yeah,
disgusting
Shane,
that whole
Melky.
season. You also had fantastic stats that season, right? Like it was just a disgusting team that Nan came out of nowhere to win. So if this
It
team,
was
if
Jess
Clevey
and
and Jess,
Clevey,
yeah, with also
Mr. Cool.
Bun and Mr. Cool who went off, and
I
who
remember
was
that
the
team
other
well.
one? I know the other one. I know Van, right? Was it Van? Or did he
Yeah,
get
Van
out
Wischen.
that season?
Van
And so
Wischen.
that was a disgusting team that just couldn't figure itself out until the end of the season, and they got hot when it mattered. If this
Yep.
Nan team does the same thing, they are a force to be reckoned with. And Clevey and Jess have that experience. They have a championship under their belt. They could bring a lot to this.
Yeah, I mean it's the game of like you gotta peak at the right time. You can't peak way too early into the season because then you're on a downslope going into playoffs. Or like you look at Sav's championship win the season that we went to CS2 midway through or a couple match days in, and it's something of like they just peaked at CS2 and it felt like nobody had the answer for them because it was a new game. And I'm pretty sure even then most of the team had beta access or whatever, and it just carried them all the way through to a win. Another team that I think Slayer, were you part of that team that beat FRG in finals
I was on FRG losing in the finals, so
once or twice?
just once.
Okay, so the
Not
season
this
before
not
that-
this prior season, but
Okay. But yeah, it's one of those things of just like if you can peak at the right time and magic goes and you just got that little bit of magic, you just need to make playoffs to win the chip in this. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So do we
Like-
want to do predictions going down the list here in Discord before we totally get into game?
sure.
Yeah.
Kick it off, right?
I've got UPS 13-4.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And
I'm gonna go weird. I believe Nan's got a little something special tonight. I got 13-11 Nan.
Ooh.
I'm there
Slayer.
as well. I'm 13-10 Nan myself. I think they just they got the heart. They're gonna stick it out. It's gonna be close
Oop.
though.
Poop Banana.
Poop, banana, 13-5.
Wow.
Banana.
Interesting. I
13-5.
think that the solid pick here has to be UPS to win this, but it's going to be closer than we think. I think this goes 16-14 as NAN clutches up to bring it to OT, but then UPS is too strong and they win it in OT.
Yeah,
Mm,
scary.
okay.
A-Trax bring it or scared.
You know what? I'll go for the underdogs here on Vertigo, just because I mean anyone can win on Vertigo. It's Vertigo, so you know. I have been told that we almost have everybody in, so we will be getting ready to hop into the game soon. Does anyone have any final thoughts on this match?
Scary.
I mean, we did predictions, but
I mean,
We
I'm
didn't
gonna
get
be.
Scary's. No, we didn't get Scary's prediction.
oh, we didn't? Oh,
No,
sorry,
we
Scary.
jumped
Did I
from.
skip? Oh
That's
my
okay.
goodness.
I'm start of a theme here tonight. I'll try and get used to it. I think I'll go with the cop out easy answer of UPS. I think this season, this match is just too much for NAN. And I say that having lost to both teams, it was I think UPS have the edge. And it won't be close.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know you said if anybody has any like comments about it, and I think this game comes down to do you believe in miracles? And I think Nan's got a bit of that season 13 still in them, and wouldn't be shocked here if they take a win.
Yeah, I think NAN's definitely got some strengths here, right? They've got some returning very strong talent, right? You got Clevey, you got DJ Jazzy Jess. They're fantastic. And you just need everyone to sort of activate together, right? Counter-Strike's had a pretty good season. Fresh is dropping a .94. That's still a good season. And if Sable can really like step that up, and if they can drop 1.0s across the board this match, that's a W. Even if Recon goes off and has a 1.5 game again or a 2.0 game, if you can just be solid across the board in this, it'll be interesting. And Vertigo has a tremendous change with CS2, right? With opening up that elevator area, so it's no longer this just like repeatable T side A ramp, just smack them every single round. There's a lot more strategy now on it, and we'll see what strats are popping out here, because this is NAN with their destiny in their hands, needing to put on a solid performance here.
It feels like a playoff match.
It does.
Yeah, it really
It has
does.
that vibe.
I'm gonna be
Also, it's
keeping
Monday
a
before playoffs.
keeping a special eye out here for players that are entering their peak playoff form. It's something I identify with when you get really into the swing of things in playoffs, and you can't be stopped in those certain moments. And some people have to build into that, and I think some people are going to show up out of the gate with it. And I'm curious to see where they're at tonight.
Yep, I
And
remember
also, yeah, Brad.
casting game that you got that like game winning clutch in Slayer in playoff game,
Oh.
something like that.
Yep, that was
Yeah.
pure peak playoff form. I wasn't even thinking. It just closed my eyes and did it.
The voices take over, man.
Yep.
Playoffs a whole different beast, and you need to see some of these teams, especially on the outliers, such as NAN, start to reach that form and push themselves into playoffs. Because I mean, it was said best that this is the one team right now with their own fate in their hands. A win here and they're in. A close loss and they're in. Like, they just cannot lose badly here.
It's another thing to think about for UPS, right? They are the undisputed number one this season, going 9-1 so far, 9 unbeaten. And you can get sloppy doing that, right? You can walk in and go, yep, we got this. You can think this game doesn't matter, or you could think the fact that they've got a bye week, week
Yep.
1, and then they're going to go into Thursday. That's a long time to be out. A little bit less time because they rescheduled from Thursday to today. But you gotta stay sharp, and you can't relax, right? Especially when we get to those best of threes coming up in playoffs.
I mean,
Just
my
like that,
question.
though, we are into the pistol round. Enders, go ahead and ask your question. I just
So,
had to
I mean,
introduce it.
no,
We're
no,
on
no.
Vertigo here.
Yeah, the one thing I have to look at here is Spaghets not used to losing. The one time they did, we saw it was like a 13-7 loss. If they start losing some early rounds here, do they get in their own heads? Do they get in their own heads and they just lose the game for themselves?
Not only that, but with NAN starting T side, there's a world here where they've neutralized Recon by just avoiding him, turning everything into a 1v4 retake for Recon.
Yeah, and here we go. We're seeing Nan here now has mid. Recon cross, getting caught up in Ellie. He's gonna get saved by Wake.
Yeah, they're taking mid, but they're not really committing to either A or B. They didn't go jump up.
No.
They didn't take elevator. They ate an HE that someone threw over jump up, and that did a lot of
And they
damage.
lack the info that NAN
Yeah,
is
they have.
planting here on.
Drake's gonna miss shots. Recon cross coming on the back and gets the knife.
That's huge money. Wakeful
And
wants an op.
Yep. As soon as that knife happened there, that round's basically down. A 1v4 there, it's not super winnable at all.
And a confidence boost for Spaghets, getting a knife in pistol round.
Yep.
That is a bit of a depressing round, I think, for NAN, right? They got an initial timing in mid on Wakeful on the cross. They got some early damage onto him, but then the crossfires from CTs between elevator and CT just too strong for NAN to handle. They didn't really seem like they were confident in going someplace.
Yeah.
I said they didn't go jump up, they didn't go elevator, and then
You have to
Sable
commit to
and
one.
yeah,
you
Sable
can
and
lurk
whoever
slow
else was
start of the
left.
round. I liked the slow play mid, but once you round that corner on that box, you have to commit to one or the other.
Yeah,
With util.
You gotta have something in mind there. However, I will say, Tech 9s can be scary, especially growing up this A bomb site here.
Yeah, this is an important round to convert.
Yep.
Especially with the force coming over here. 2 rifles on CTs, but all Mac 10s across the board. Very little util.
Yep. Oh, there's
There
one.
goes one.
And that's Recon
That's
down.
the M4. That's the M4
Yep.
down.
And there goes bomb.
He's at the
3v4
site.
now. Spamming through. Wakeful's gonna grab one of the M4s here. Thing is now, is this retake is happening so late in the round that it feels like NAN's got dug in. They've had their time to just kind of chill out, take his control site as Counter-Strike goes down.
Yeah, I think they didn't know about Counter-Strike, but you couldn't get your timing.
Counter-Strike just whiffed his spray. Clevey will
There goes
find
one.
Chemical, though. Make this retake even harder.
Get on bomb. Gotta
He's
get
on
him.
bomb.
Spam.
He's
You have-
sticking.
You have to spam.
Knife. They
Oh,
give the defuse.
Use.
And no knife.
no.
Man,
Wow.
talk about
That is a
demoralizing.
heartbreaker, and that's why you
The
buy
economy is in a weird spot for the teaser. If they full buy, they have no util. And so do you save? You got your 2 loss round bonus and just half buy here, the 2K buy.
I
gotta
like
be
the
honest with you.
timeout.
Yeah, I
Like
gotta
that
be
they're
honest.
slowing down, figuring out. Go ahead.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm calling for a buy here.
I agree.
Firepower, their money is not good either. They're not gonna
Mhm.
have 5 rifles. If you can get even just 1 or 2 rifles out there, AK clears.
You know, Enders, I think we have to jump in here and get the answer of a real IGL here.
Yeah. Low seal, what do you
Scary,
think?
what do you think?
I agree with Enders. You saved 2 Mac 10s, but you killed a lot. You killed the whole team, all the CTs. So now each of them have to buy armor and head armor and guns, and so you can see 3 MP9s on the left side there for UPS. So I definitely think I like Ender's call of buy up, and I like that no one's going AK even though they can afford it. They're still sticking with Mac 10. They're gonna look for something fast here.
Saves good economy too here, which is something to think about. 2K for 3 different players. I think that's 18 and 14 for Fresh and Jess.
Yeah.
Both kits on the console too. Strong mid
Makes
presence
a
again.
lot of damage.
I wouldn't be shocked to see mid heavy this entire game from Nancy. It just seems like what they're gonna do.
Mick
Mickwick's
finds
gonna
his
get one.
first.
Yep. Looks
I
like
think he's
they made
taking
up their mind
B
that's gonna
stairs. He's going down B stairs. All the
Recon
space.
gets some smoke.
That bomb fell so
Oh!
bad.
Oh, what a smoke shot! And it's not gonna matter as he gets one.
Easy cleanup for UPS. there.
Recon catches that glimpse of head through smoke, and he's not someone you can give that kind of luxury to
Yeah.
because he will
I think
punish you.
The tease through this sort of middle of middle smoke, T smoke that doesn't cover LE. It almost doesn't cover all of CT, and it's kind of reminiscent of the pistol round where they just go out. A little bit of util comes, they throw theirs, but that smoke really doesn't help them. It doesn't help them take space. It only confirms that they're there.
Notably,
why
no
we felt it.
flashes through mid. No flashes to take Ellie. No flashes to take CT. No flashes over jump up.
Yeah.
So good smoke util, but nothing to follow it up and really give you that edge.
Ooh, this MP9 is going to cause some damage here if they don't clear it. They've got to clear Jackie here. If it doesn't... Oh, yeah, there's going to be one. It's not even going to get the trade.
Double.
Oh,
It's
and
SMG money
now...
with an AK now. That's really good.
Yeah, and now you're just stuck in mid. You've got nowhere to go. Like, there's no safe space anymore.
This
Every
is
space...
almost a minute 18 save coming up here. 2 AKs trying to go into the next round. You don't want to give them these AKs.
I mean, the CTs have a read now that there's heavy mid presence at the beginning. Why not take A main space or A ramp space? Why not take B stair space? The
I mean,
T's
it's a
aren't going
smart
to
call.
contest it early round or to contest it
It's a smart
slowly.
call. I don't disagree with the call of taking space, but man, just sucks for NAN here.
Jess entirely not ready for Jackie to be holding that, not even thinking
That was
that
a good
it's
off angle.
possibility. Yeah, no, it was brilliant. Jackie, from a kind of an average player last season, has really shown some beautiful highlights this season. Really stepped up, filled in that role amongst this monster team that is here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, look. Oh, Sable's actually gonna catch him. Ooh, that knife was almost scary.
Sable's really
And-
good at those
Yes?
fights in the closed quarters like that, especially with the view model going
Yeah.
on there. Really
And
lines
now
them up.
we're. I don't even think you buy anything. Oh, please no! Please don't be a buy.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Well,
agree with bringing out the
their
duels.
max loss. Even if they all die here and have max loss, they can still go AK armor with a flash, but that's not great.
No,
So
I
I don't
would-
agree. I don't agree with the buy here. I don't like the Lils. There are no more MP9s on the map, so now all of your fights are disadvantaged. You gave all your AKs to the CTs. It's not a Galil win.
Yeah.
They
This
only
is gonna be a
notably
rough
recovered 2 AKs.
Yeah.
Oh!
Ooh, okay, chemicals. Go on.
Recon
Recon's not
can't
gonna be
find
the
the
first
head.
shot. But here's the thing, Wakefull's, if they try and go up, jump up here, Wakefull's got the shot.
Pop the flash. Do something. Take it dry.
Oh, don't take it dry. Oh, what are you doing?
And then not over just enough to capitalize. Wakefull's gonna push them
No.
off
Oh,
mid.
and Fresh is gonna die to make Wake.
Mick does get mollied out, but just hard swings, and Fresh is just not ready for it.
I think it's the
Good
second
molly,
time
but not
Fresh has
ready.
been caught on a B stairs lurk.
I mean, here's where you gotta start asking, is it smart just to stop doing that? Just give up B stairs or play it more back?
You can play it more back. You need to, because you can still hear middle and jump up from under B
Yeah.
B. So it's good to stand there, but not on the stairs. Is where I wouldn't play there on a lurk.
Yeah.
As soon as they throw that molly, the clock's ticking. Got Recon coming over.
Recon's gonna go. They know one's heaven. They're not gonna know Recon's hell. Not really gonna matter. Jackie's gonna get it. Oh,
Recon gets punished being a little too aggressive there.
now it's all down to Sable, and it's not gonna be anything.
You know, I almost say that molly is a bad idea because Jackie wasn't looking, but Jackie heard the molly go off, which confirms that they're on A side. If you just soft clear that, like yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to take a dry
It's
swing, but you're late in the
Announcement
round.
utility.
Yep.
And
And
this is why I think they shouldn't have bought last round. They went from having full AKs to now we're seeing pistols come out. And Fresh is on 5th. Oh, Fresh is going to 0. Fresh is draining the bank.
So something I got to point out: all of the NAN hopefuls on this stream, it is an 05 start on pistols, looking to likely be an 06 start for NAN.
At this level, it's okay. It's really hard T side. It's more CT sided. We'll have to see when the round switches, but yeah, it is going to be hard to have 12 to play 12 straight on the T side. I've called T sided Vertigo, and it's not easy, especially when you're not getting space and you're not getting first picks, the opening picks, either A or B.
And this is something though, where they can get a win under their belts, and then they just have to. They get the guns back, then they get one more. They can break the economy and start moving things
Yeah,
their
you
way.
can break the economy of CTs in 2 rounds.
I was gonna say that recon molly hitting him on those last 2 ticks with how
Mhm.
CS mollies go was gonna be huge, and then recon just hits the one tap in mid, and it doesn't matter.
He doesn't care about the molly.
And he gets a second
Almost
one.
1
He finds
HP, he's only
Counter Strike.
alive. Oh,
All right, Sable finds an off
Darn.
and gets
not gonna be
shut
able to
down.
kill him in time. Yeah, I
Nice
mean,
finds one.
oh, no bullet.
No
Pooping
bullets.
Reloads.
The COD reload. It's something
Recovered
that's
op is notable. Wakeful will have
Yeah.
it for free.
Yeah, and Makewick now sitting at a nice 10K. He's obviously gonna go off of that now because he's buying all of his stuff, but like still.
Yeah, so I mean that was a safe round for Nan. They've got the buy here. Fresh a little light on util, but otherwise they're doing just fine. They got the timeout. They're taking the breath. They're, you know, doing the mental calculation, figuring out what they need to do differently here.
Yep.
AK.
I'd like to see
Yeah.
something be fast, commit, or even just 4 and have one whole bottom A ramp and bottom ladder so you don't get flanked. Because and try and go as fast B as possible because you haven't done that yet.
Mhm.
And it might work out if you can get a favorable fight and just take someone's head off of default or dice or wherever they're playing. Op is not playing forward on Bs. It's playing more CT, more jump up. So you can take space.
Yeah, they've had the info that they've been fighting recon mid every round.
I like the util here coming up onto
Yeah.
A.
Yeah, they're doing
They
great.
they can execute with it, I think, before these, you know.
I mean, but
Counter Strike's
oh,
gonna
All
buy.
right.
We're good.
Yeah,
Nice.
he finds Mick.
You need to kill
Oh,
recon.
get recon,
Good.
recon down.
He
No,
kills
take-
everybody.
Oh, and now here
Okay.
we go. Wakeful.
It's a 1v3. with an op.
Scary. We've seen Wakeful do this before. Don't even begin like this isn't doable.
The
for
economy is
Yes,
good.
but-
He's good for
Yeah,
it.
they have the money to give it a
I'd tell
shot.
him to go. I'd tell him to go for it.
Yeah. Me and Scary have seen firsthand Wakeful do some crazy stuff in a 1v3. So I'm not even putting it past him
If we
here.
want to talk about Wakeful now, we can. I've played 2 seasons with him. Obviously, I haven't seen him aim, as well as he has. I know he in the preseason he did some aim training, and it's really paying dividends. But the way his mind is what I want to talk about because he has such a unique way of thinking about the round, especially in clutch situations and post plant situations. The way his pathing and movement is with the op, is really unique and is definitely a strength of his.
Yeah.
Something interesting to note here, and what I was looking at in this last couple of rounds, as dominant as UPS has been, they're not taking any forward fights. Right? We're not seeing them fight over top B. We're not seeing them fight over aggressive mid. We're not even seeing them fight over ramp control, really. There is a really interesting point about that they're winning by just letting Nan run into them. Now Nan won that one by just
Here they go B.
aiming better.
Yeah, but you're not always gonna do that.
They're gonna eat the util though. Yeah.
Especially like you let Mickwick do that, you're just gonna lose some rounds.
Wow, finally one
You
through the
have to
wood there,
expect
too.
that. That wood wall is not. You can shoot through that. Yeah. Especially after teeting 3 HEs, was it? And 2 mollies?
2 and a molly.
Yeah.
At least Nan have like a they know it's early util. Just show a little bit of presence. Wait, and then you can play back, wait out the util, and then reaggress B stairs.
Oh,
Really nice jiggle peek. Really nice jiggle peek there from Recon.
Yeah, I think Nan's got to slow this down. They've got to bait out some of the early util, just hold basic space, don't look for anything aggressive, and then spend some of your util, right? Flash into mid, clear recon off of it, flash up ramp, clear out just some of these anchor spots that UPS is holding. UPS isn't doing anything magical. They're not doing something we haven't seen before. They're recognizing Nan is an aggressive team. Maybe they already knew that from demo reviews or anything else, but they're just doing a good job of letting Nan come to them, and Nan is
I really
walking
like
into
how I agree. I really like how UPS is utilizing utility. You'd think that with a team like with Recon and Chemical and Wakeful that they would go and get kills first, maybe have a teammate flash for them. But no, they're really going for the standard util set for the CT, which is you dump molly in HE early B stairs. You take aggressive ramp control like they're they're doing a really good job of using utility, and I'm proud of that. Yeah.
And I can say this in a sense of like I can get why NAN is trying to take quick space, because the second you let Recon cross, as soon as Mick just takes the leash off of Recon and lets him push down something, you're not gonna have a good round. It's gonna be a quick round for UPS. So in a sense, I get why you would want to quickly take some space, but it's not working out. You gotta start taking it slower and punish Recon when he does it. Which, I mean, not many teams have done, but you just kind of have to try it this point. Because right now, it's not working. And you should change it up.
Yeah, you can right click a
Wakeful.
flash. You really shouldn't.
Yeah, dry peeking that was not the greatest decision in the world, and Wakeful makes him pay.
Yeah, as I say,
He
they're
could
not
have been-
fighting over aggressive
He could have
space.
been. He
Wakeful.
was side haul, but he could have been. Crane and sandbags. They all could have been anywhere. You need to go with util.
And I think that's going to be the big difference maker in this game is does NAN realize that they have some util and they can start throwing it to start creating their space. They don't just have to throw their bodies at it.
Fresh is lurking bottom ramp or bottom B stairs again.
Ooh, Chemical stands up. I think he's going to
Someone should go with him and do the boost.
He doesn't
I
see
think
it.
there's a
Oh,
pixel
doesn't see
there
that.
if you looked for it.
Oh, oh.
Oh, he's gonna see that.
Well,
No,
you
he
saw the
doesn't.
you saw the util come
He's gonna
out.
jump though. He is gonna hear the jumps now. Fresh is so compromised here.
Side haul swings.
Okay, now he knows somebody's
He's playing in front of the
woodbox for
smoke.
sight.
Maybe they think he's behind.
Yeah,
the
like
smoke.
he has the read, but he doesn't know about white box.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't
White box
matter.
there was-
Nice try.
Oh, Counter-Strike's gonna get down to Wakeful, and now it's all down to Jazzy Jazz.
Yeah, last alive again for her.
20 seconds.
20 seconds on what is effectively full loss bonus. She should just try to make it hurt.
Yeah.
Swings just too wide, not able to counter strafe and hold it, and will get punished for it. That is,
Yep.
this is just hard. It's hard to see this match going this.
Yeah, I mean, what
heavily
can you
in
do? It's
Spaghets'
just kind of
favor.
just how Vertigo is as a team. If you go fast B, you're going to eat a molly and 2 HEs. If you go fast ramp, you're going to run through a molly or get picked by side haul. The CTs have that timing now since the Vertigo changes of a side haul advantage on the peak. And so, wherever you go, go faster than, or do you play slow, play behind the util, but you lose space everywhere. Like, it's
Scary.
really hard.
I know you're pro IGL, and I'll let you finish, but I think this is where you have to employ the delayed takes.
Yeah.
Right? You have to hold space. You maybe stack 3 to one side. You hold bottom B. You hold bottom ramp. You avoid the nades. You cut sound. You just hold. One mid, make sure they're not pushing you. 1A, make sure they're not pushing you, and then stack 3B. Like throw a little bit of util, bait out the mollies and the nades, and then hit them with something heavy.
Yeah, I like to call aggressive plays because I have good performers on my team, riflers who can go and get entries. I don't think NAN.
Okay, there goes Recon
Well,
down.
as I say that, Clevey, there you go, a guy who can go out and get entries, but
Jackie is smart. Check side
his
hall.
team's behind him.
Jackie's gonna
Okay.
walk out gray.
They expect
Oh,
one,
he's
but they do
just
not,
leaving.
and it's 2 headshots. So you have
There goes Wakeful. Now
yeah,
they know it's
Sable left. So you have 3 CTs on default.
Oh,
You really should just be supporting the planter and playing post plant. Someone should be bottom ramp. Someone should be sandbags, getting ready to set up post plant. You don't need 3 on default there.
Jackie with a 4K there, showing actually Jackie, I believe, 12 and 4 right now. That 3 KD doesn't even need Chemical to go off at a 2 KD because
There's a case to be made here.
Jackie is at a 3 KD with a 134 ADR. Disgusting round out of Jackie, and yeah, I think that boils down to bad post plants by NAN. They're getting the bomb down. They took site. They killed Recon. That should be the hard part.
It's a good smoke, but like the smoke isn't a wall.
It isn't.
But and unless you're on nuke, then it's a smoke wall.
Like
yeah. And just like
It
that
behaves
half wall
differently
is
on
a real wall.
It was a smart play to push the
Util
smoke.
Huber.
oh yeah, Jackie did great.
Recon's gonna find Counter Strike.
I think you should take the 2 bottom ramp and just do a boost and see if you can get the B player. or you save, but
I mean, this is 11, right? A
Yeah,
save
so
here
save
is
for
not
last.
unreasonable. Money is not great. No matter what you do, CT economy is going to be perfect.
There was a flash.
Good trade.
Yep.
Oh, there was a counter flash as well. So
I think the thing right now that we're seeing is NAN's T side, at least on Vertigo, seems very one-dimensional. It's let's do a
Ooh.
lot of aggro in places, and I don't think that that's.
Cleavy throwing the decoy flash and running back to be here. Getting the kill.
Oh, Clevey,
yeah,
be ready
just
for
leave it.
this.
Just leave it on Cleavy. He's got this.
And
Did I
that
cast
is
the curse?
Hey,
My
you
first,
cast the
my
curse.
first
It's
stream.
Chris.
You
very
cast
much
your
so.
curse.
Pooping in a.
I think,
Thanks, Poopinetta. Insightful. So insightful from our goat Poopinetta.
correct me if I'm wrong here. I know we're in the 12th round and
Oh,
it's a little bit of
we will.
hindsight, but UPS has been rotating kind of fast. Now, admittedly, NAN is executing when they execute, but if they threw, not like a delayed setup, but if they just threw a fake execute and then rushed onto another site, I think they'd have a good shot of taking site with little resistance.
Yeah,
Think about the uphill economy battle here for them, though. 'Cause they
Did space
they
jump
really
up to
have-
space? Good.
Oh,
Trading
They're
out.
taking a site now. Look at that.
Now we have an op anchoring beak. You should. It's okay to look for the rotates, but if you have an op on B, you can just.
Recon. Oh, bombs down mid.
And fresh has to come from B. Where's fresh?
This indecision. There goes
Really
Recon.
good by Counter Strike.
Yeah, this fight here is right
But-
now.
Jackie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, just
Back
looking the
turn.
wrong way.
Well, you have info on one, and now you know op is B, but op is rotating.
Fresh. Back turn.
Oh,
to the
Fresh,
side.
he
just
had
doesn't
one
expect.
there. He knew he
Ah.
was there.
Oh.
Well,
It was like 12
11-1.
seconds. Like
it can only get better from here.
My
for
13-11 score line is still possible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, NAN did pick up one in that first half. It is possible. They
Yep.
could 12-0 on CT. They could be the best CT side Vertigo players we've ever seen. And admittedly,
CT side
out
is
here.
easier.
NAN does have the pistol round to give, so they can do a nice save and get a real buy into the next round if things get really bad, and then they could pull
They-
that overtime
don't-
scoreline that I was talking about.
they need
If
to win
man can
pistol
do
here.
what Spaghets just did,
NAN need to win the pistol here. You don't have rounds to play with. You can't experiment. Everything has to be a win and a result, a round win.
Quick update from our other streams. The main stream, Owls down 2-10 to the Marksman in the Premier semifinals, and Shogun down 2-10 to the Dragons on Vertigo as well. So lots of one-sided
of the
maps here
comeback.
tonight.
All right,
did
there's
drop
bomb
bomb.
down.
Oh,
That is
nice
another kill.
shot.
Counter-Strike's gonna find one with the Sable is
Oh,
spraying.
Fresh. Okay, there's another one.
One white box. Goes to the swing. Cleavy finds another.
Oh,
on default.
And a
oh,
final
there
one
it
in
goes.
Jess. There we go, Nan.
Yep.
That's the way to play this game. Yeah, you know, you
And
got to
I
shoot at
did
the enemies.
Nan
Yeah,
took that.
it's
Nan took that 30 seconds, shook out the hands, they got their mental right, and look, it's possible. I'll say it's 13-11. It's possible.
That's how it starts.
it's
We
nice
can
and all by
enjoy-
from UPS to to smoke right gen, and throw a flash, but the flash came out too early, and you didn't get past white box, and you didn't take the space on site, and you ended up with 2 gen or 2 default. You still had more fights.
No
Right,
bomb
some
plan, but we
case.
are seeing an absolute force of max.
Wait
I mean,
till
you have
the
to
12.
expect that. You have to expect that when a team
Yep.
when you're playing a team who's 9 rounds up on you, to not respect
No.
just the loss.
This has turned into an impossible retake,
Oh.
and there it is. There's 12.
There's the recon. Go get a space call.
Yeah, I like the idea from Fresh to get the molly down early, but you have to expect something fast. They are beating you. You have to play safer than that. You can't get
NAN will
cut out.
buy what they can here, but their economy is in shambles.
I have to
Yeah.
ask Colosial. The magic number is what exactly to put Nan to playoffs here? For
It is definitely not 13-2. If I pull up standings right now, The notable number is NAN is a minus 15 on round differential, which is worse than the Jokers and PA.
I've played a lot of rounds. I've played a lot of rounds in Recruit. I've seen the 5-7 do magical things. Who knows?
Yep.
Notably, I think that NAN needs to have, what is it? In a loss, they need to be
It
what?
starts
the
there.
ones?
There's one.
Yep.
To be
And now,
Is
now with
ticking.
Steps compromised,
Oh, you're right.
Is
You're
just
right
know
there.
that she's stuck.
Levy can't find it. Recon's gonna find one from behind. Jess is all that remains.
And that'll
Jackie
GG.
will
Nice,
find
nice
the
try.
kill. That, I believe, will confirm standings that we won't know all of them. There's a few decisions that still have to be made by the admin team, but that should eliminate NAN from playoff contention with that loss, leaving our bottom 3 teams as ABW with First Sun, HR with the Jokers, and PA with Pachinka Pandas, rounding out our bottom 3 slots.
Wow.
Well, that was the regular season for season 15.
Yep.
GG's.
Yeah.
Yep, we've got
GG's season 15.
our 14-team playoff with 2 buys into the first round, owned by Spaghets of UPS and Riff Raiders of DB.
What do the admins still need to decide?
They don't need to decide anything. I believe the ties
Oh,
are
thank
standing.
God.
That is the thing. They just have to actually
Right.
run the true splits.
Okay.
So there's going to be not decisions per se, but there are 3 teams, or there are not 3 teams. OS has a tie, so they're going to be 7-3. They should be the 4th seed.
Yep.
Blunder Battalion beat the Dropouts. They have the head-to-head matchup, so Blunder should be 5, Dropouts should be 6. Then you have DRG, Mist, and Flytraps all at 6 and 5, and Mist beat the Flytraps, and Olms lost to Mist. So you're in this weird setup where the tie-breaking rules don't all quite fit together. So that could have Mist be 7, and then DRG and Flytraps maybe. But then you've got Flytraps and Thugs, or Sav and Thugs, but that one's settled because Sav has the head-to-head over the Thugs.
Yep.
And then you've got ABW, who comes in at 12, and then the Jokers and PA. Since PA pulled off the upset win over the Jokers, that should put PA at 13 and the Jokers at 14, if I have my numbers correct on this.
And then I think that means that we play ABW plays ACA.
AG.
No, ACA.
Because you're 12.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't
Hawks...
know AG had dropped. I thought it was still ACA at 5th.
No, yeah,
Okay,
so Goshi's
this
will be
math
4.
is out of date.
Yeah, Goshi will be 4, Blunder should be 5, ACA should be 6. So the Hawks will play the Jokers, and then Goshi should play Pachinka. AG should play ABW, and then we get into where Olms missed Flytraps, however that order sits.
Yeah.
Or the Dropouts should play there. I think it's the Dropouts, and then Olms missed Flytraps, Sav, and Thugs are all in that block where we're not quite sure where everyone's going to sit because I haven't run all of those numbers. I assume that the admin and committee teams have figured all of that out since I had the whole weekend to run.
I will say, Losiel, thanks for all of that, but like, when are we getting Cool Guy back to do the playoff bracket and playoff picture?
Am I Cool Guy's keeper?
No.
Yes.
I'm just asking to Cool Guy, if you're out there, please come back. We need your playoff picture and bracket, please. I miss it. It made me feel so safe.
Well, you know
Like I
what
always
we
knew it
will.
was happening.
You know what we will be getting soon, Enders? An interview with one of the players from UPS. But before then, we will take a short break so we can get them in here and all that fun stuff set up. So don't go anywhere, chat. We'll be back in just a sec. Welcome back, everybody, to the CSC C stream. We had a banger match, UPS versus Nade's UPS with a strong victory. We've got an assorted panel of recruits here tonight and an interview with Jackie. What an absolutely banger match. Poop Banana, why don't you start us off with the questions?
Poop banana, Jackie, poop banana, 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 13, poop banana.
Yes, yes, no.
Poop banana.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
I know that might be controversial, but I stand by it.
Wow. Wow.
Spicy take.
I'm already
Yeah.
making a ticket.
I don't even know what to follow that up with. What a great question by Poop Banana. But I do have to ask Jackie. You went into this game, I think, with a .91, the lowest on the team. I think I could be wrong, or one of the bottom
Second
two.
lowest.
How second lowest?
All
Sorry.
right,
Uh,
all right.
how
Knock me
good does
down a
it
peg.
feel? No. How good does it feel to come out in the final game of the season just before playoffs and drop a 1.56, going even higher than the guy who everybody in recruit is kind of scared of in Recon Cross?
Oh, well, I've actually talked to Recon, so I'm not really scared of him. He's just a guy. I don't know. It's a video game. I'm here to play video games. I don't know. When we pug and when we do scrims and stuff, I get good ratings and I do well. And then it just happens to have not translated to the match. Everyone just runs into Recon, and then they're like, "Oh man, Recon killed me."
Okay, so Jackie, your prime time for playing then is going to be that 9 to 10 slot. So playoffs are going to be golden for you then, right? Because they're just going to start right at 9, no scrim, no nothing, no match to suck up your energy before, and you're going to be a
Yeah,
star come playoff, better than
I'm gonna
Recon.
hard commit to that. I'm gonna outfrag everyone in the playoffs. You can hold me to that.
All right, Scary, you're writing that down, right? You're noting that for everyone to be aware. Public notice in
We're
CSC all
clipping
over.
it. We're clipping it.
Yep,
Don't worry.
yep.
All right. Next question. Who's up?
I'll go. So what's the mood on the team heading into playoffs?
Uh,
Do you feel like you have a challenge coming your way? Is there any particular team that you're scared of?
Honestly, no. Just general mood is well, pretty much we're all pretty confident in how we play, and then we just get together and make sure that our communication's good with each other. And then once it clicks, we're confident to just go in and kill people. So we get the vibes going, we get everyone on the same wavelength, and then we shoot guns.
Love to hear it. Yeah, vibes win chips.
So do
How
you think?
about go ahead, Slayer.
So, I was gonna say, do you feel like that you guys are there's some teams that are out there that it's like they feel like if everybody could play their game the way that they've been playing it, nothing goes wrong, that you're unbeatable? Do you feel like you're a team that is like, if we play our game and, you know, are you doing any sort of counter stratting here? Are you like looking at tape of other teams, trying to get in their heads a little
Yeah.
bit, figure out what you need?
Making Wakeful like to look at what other teams are doing. I personally think that counter stratting is probably not too valuable at the level we're playing at.
Mhm.
Because who knows if other teams know what they're doing? Like we don't really fully know what we're doing.
Yep.
Honestly, when it comes to our strats, we all have ideas and how we want to do stuff, and that's part of how we get the wavelength going. Is uh we all have 5 different good ideas. It's not gonna work. So that's what the wavelength is. It's just making sure we're all on the same page.
Cool. I like that.
So I got an interesting follow-up question there for you, Jackie. So
All right.
with being called from Mickwick now for 2 seasons,
Yeah.
thought of as one of the better, if not one of the best IGLs in recruit right now. How is it coming from him, right? Is he hard on you guys? Is he, take it slow and easy and chill? How is it?
Um. There's like an intensity in order to like make sure that like you are on the level that you are like comfortable playing at. Like big stress on like making sure you have a routine to warm up so that like you can actually do that and be the same every time you come in. In terms of calling, we definitely have like he definitely has a style to how he calls that like we will like fluctuate with and like toss ideas like branching from like his direction so that we can like as a team as a five-some do what needs to be done for the team. Um yeah, I
Speaking
feel like as a whole though, like we're all pretty good at like understanding what's happening. So when we all know what like the idea of what the plan is for the round, like we're able to take information that's happening and like react accordingly.
Okay. So it sort of boils down to either he preps you guys really, really well, or he's an average IGL with a fantastic team underneath him, and you guys just can't do anything wrong. I'm following you, Jackie.
I don't know, like we're all doing what he's saying and it works. And we're also like saying like if we feel like something's not working.
That's how
And he
you
takes
win,
that
and
appropriately.
you guys are winning, and it seems to be a fantastic strategy. So all the best to you coming up.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
I do want to ask really quick in terms of this game because you mentioned the calling and whatnot. Do you feel because we could see on the cast the utility specifically here on Vertigo was like top tier? Did it feel like all that utility was just hitting and then they were just dry swinging into you, or was it more of just probably our perspective? I guess my question is, do you feel that your utility was really on point today versus theirs?
Um
Did it feel
so
that way in the game?
I never saw anything they were doing on the B side of things. I was pretty much like A anchor for most of the time. In terms of the A side stuff, we pretty much just threw like set stuff and then had like half util set after. In terms of like dry swinging, like I feel like they did a lot of like uh push a little bit towards B or mid and then like try to like come A late and then uh would just walk into us like jiggling angles and like not be looking at us. They honestly walked into our guns so much. Um I feel like util uh yeah, they really just weren't able to take space with any util. Like we'd push them off at the beginning and uh they weren't like they'd lose the initial early round space and then they didn't really retake any of it. So they couldn't like put themselves in a position to like do the like site space or like mid space.
Right. Well,
Basically, they lost map control and they didn't get it back.
yeah, and
Yep.
it lost them a ton of rounds, right?
Yeah.
13-2. Absolutely dominating victory here. So congratulations to you and
Thanks.
to the rest of UPS. Condolences to the NA Nades. Their season ends here. You heard earlier on the cast all of the different season implications that have happened. We've got more season implications, but for a different tier going on the mainstream and the B stream. Over on the mainstream, AVI versus HG. HG had a 10-2 winning half over on Dust 2, but now the current score is 12-11. AVI brought it all the way back to the full 24 rounds.
Ooh.
So go check out that action over there. And DRG versus OS over on the B stream. DRG one up in the series, also a 13-2 on Vertigo. So Vertigo is pretty one-sided here tonight. Be sure to go check out both of those streams. Thank you everybody for being here. Rye, Enders, Slayer, Poop Banana, Low Seal, Scary for all casting with me, Jackie for the interview. We appreciate it. And Firehawk doing our production and our observing, Valid also in
Jokes.
training, all of that great stuff. We will see you here tomorrow. Maybe not necessarily on the C stream. I hope we get enough casters for the C stream, but either way, there will be more CS Confederation action tomorrow. Be sure to hit the follow on all of the streams, csconfederation.com. check out all the stats and standings and stuff. Discord.gg/CSC. Join the community if you aren't already here. The season is ending, so you can join us for the next season. There's all sorts of community events, 10-mans, amazing Counter-Strike action here at the CSC. We would love to have you. Thank you for joining us and have a great night.
AB dope.